The road had stopped breathing. Cars were pressed together like held thoughts, engines humming with impatience. Horns flared in short, angry bursts, as if sound alone could force the world to move faster. Inside each vehicle sat a person convinced they were late for something important. A meeting, a promise, a version of life that always seemed just a few minutes ahead. One driver gripped the steering wheel, jaw tight, eyes fixed on the red glow of brake lights stretching endlessly forward. Each minute felt stolen. The mind raced. If only this traffic would move. Everything else would fall back into place. A few cars ahead, an old bus leaned to one side, stalled. People stepped out, waving their hands, arguing, calling for help. The cause of the delay was clear now, but the frustration remained. Knowing why did not make the waiting easier. Then something small happened. A pedestrian crossed the road between the frozen cars, carrying a sack of oranges. One slipped from the bag and rolled under a tire. The pedestrian hesitated, embarrassed. Before anyone could react, a driver stepped out, picked up the orange, brushed off the dust, and handed it back with a smile. No words were exchanged. Just a nod. Just a moment. From behind a windshield, the scene looked almost unreal. Amid the heat, the noise, the collective irritation, there was kindness, quiet and unannounced. The traffic did not move. The delay did not end. Yet something had shifted. The driver loosened their grip on the wheel. They noticed the late afternoon light, reflecting off car windows like ripples on water. They noticed their own breath, fast and shallow, and allowed it to slow. The urgency that had felt so solid began to soften, like a clenched fist slowly opening. It became clear then, the suffering was not the traffic. The traffic was simply there. The suffering came from arguing with what could not be changed. Minutes later, the bus was pushed aside. Engines stirred. The long line of cars began to move, one by one. When the road finally opened, the relief was real, but it was smaller than expected. The calm that had arrived earlier had already done the greater work. By the time the destination appeared, something important had been learned without a lesson being spoken. Heavy traffic does not block the road. It reveals the mind. Those who spend the waiting in anger arrive exhausted, even if they are on time. Those who make peace with the pause arrive whole, even if they are late. And so the teaching is simple, though not easy. When life slows you down, do not rush to escape the moment. Sit with it. You may find that what you were trying to reach has already arrived.